We're less than 2 weeks out from seeing the most competitive Arnold Classic we've ever seen. I don't know whether to talk about Emmanuel Hunter, Cory Morris, Kyron Holden, Vtor Chavez, Jonas Jimena, Vinicius Mateus. I mean, the list goes on and on and on with how competitive these athletes are this year at the Arnold. Let's talk about what happened this week in men's physique. Let's get into some new updates. I appreciate everyone who's been tuning into the channel lately. Let's hop into another great video. Let's go. Hey, look who I found. Cory Morris has finally shown himself to the Instagram world, and we get a beautiful physique update from the Delt King less than 14 days out of the Arnold Classic. And we got to talk about this guy who probably is going to have the smallest waist, maybe the best proportions on that Arnold Classic stage. Cory looks good. I don't know, we might need a little haircut, but other than that, the physique is looking spot on. His coach Cuts says Cory Morris 2 weeks out of the Arnold Sports. In 2 weeks out of the Arnold Sports, Cory Morris looks dialed in. I love these comments, man. Cory's getting a lot of love, and I like to see it. R. Conklin says his proportions are just downright absurd. My goodness. You guys know how big of a role a small waist plays in men's physique. Cory Morris is going to have one of the smallest waists on stage. I mean, it's going to be either him or Diogo Montenegro. And the craziest thing about that matchup is Cory is like 6'1", Diogo, what, 5'7", maybe 5'8". Another great comment by the fans. I love reading what you guys have to say about these athletes. I want to include your point of view as well. Fit the Lemon Studio says, forget the Christmas tree. This dude got a giant sequoia on his back. Jesus, I love it. And we have Lucky Libra in the house paying attention. Cory, man, where has he been? How many weeks, how many months has it been since we got a true Cory Morris update? It's been a while, man. It's been a while, and he looks really damn good. My biggest thing with Cory that I've been talking about, are the legs going to be balanced with the upper body? Are the judges going to really take that into account? Who fucking knows, right? But all I do know is that Cory Morris can definitely win this thing. Don't think for a second that the Delt King, Mr. Cory Onsite Morris, don't think this guy can't win the Arnold Classic just because he has small calves, guys. He took down the Mr. Olympia, I believe the only man in the entire world to take down the reigning Mr. Olympia in men's physique, and that was Cory Morris at the 2023 Pittsburgh Pro. This was an insane show I covered. I did a video on it. You guys can check it out on the channel. Just type in Hart McGrath Pittsburgh Pro, and this was crazy. This was wild to see Cory Morris defeat Ryan, and then obviously to see Ryan win at the Mr. Olympia. But like, how? Why? How can Cory beat Ryan at a regular season show, and then months later we see Ryan beat Cory at the Mr. Olympia and Cory gets 6th place? It doesn't make sense, right? Well, it does. It depends on how these guys show up come show day. They can look as great as they want in these updates like Cory is right now. I show updates from guys around the league and they look phenomenal in these videos, especially when it's a 4K video, but it all comes down to that morning of the show prejudging. The show is going to be decided more than likely 99% of the time at prejudging, and that's what matters, and that's why Cory could come in here and win this thing. It just depends on who comes in correctly, but getting these updates 2-3 weeks out of the show gives us a really good, set of data points of where my guy is looking and how he's looking. Cory Morris, less than 2 weeks out of the Arnold Classic. Can he show up like he did for the 2023 Pittsburgh Pro, that winning package that beat a Mr. Olympia? If we see that Cory Morris, Emanuel, Kyron, Diogo, they all might be in trouble. Now this update is very exciting. The pride of Mexico has entered the building. Ismael Martinez with the latest physique update. And if I'm looking at this right, y'all see the background? Y'all recognize this posing room? This is in Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym in New York City, or New York. And this gym is run by the head Olympia judge, Steve Weinberger, and you bet he was tuning in for this. Ismael, my Mexican brother, looks freakier than shit. And typically he does. Ismael does a very good job on social media displaying his physique to the world. These footage, these videos, these pictures are insane. And I feel like it does do a really good it does do justice in showing us how he's actually looking because of the clarity. Now, what makes Ismail's physique stand out to me? Aesthetics over everything. First of all, Ismael Martinez, I mean, that's synonymous with Mexican aesthetics to me. A really nice chest. The triceps, if you haven't seen them already in this video, have started to freak me out already. And then the back improvement by Ismail has been one of the most important things he's needed to work on. The back has always needed to come up with Ismail, and I feel like I'm seeing that right now. Here was the 2023 Olympia. A lot of people every single year, Ismail has a huge following, and he deserves it. He's a good guy, and obviously the aesthetics go crazy, but when it comes down to being on stage at the Mr. Olympia, peak perfect condition, him and his coach, Boss of Outlaw, seem to have struggled. Because at the 2023 Mr. Olympia, this isn't the best Ismail. Come on now. And then I don't know if it's also the posing. I'm going to say it is. From the back, I think he can pose better from the back. I think he could have been a little fuller. I think the conditioning is fine for Ismail. You know, he's dry, but the fullness wasn't there at the Mr. Olympia. I think the conditioning was there, but the fullness, that final pop, he's just missing. And then changing that back pose so he can really open that back and not crunching as much would be pivotal if Ismail wants to see an Arnold Classic win. Another incredible update. Shout out to my boy Diego Visuals for sending me this through the DMs. This is a secret update. No one has seen it. And Ismael Martinez is looking very, very dangerous. If I'm being realistic, guys, Emmanuel Hunter, Cory Morris, Diogo Montenegro, Chiron, those guys are the front runners for winning this year's Arnold Classic. But if someone can slip in there in that second or third spot, it's Ismael Martinez. A lot of guys on that roster can't. They just can't. They don't have the physiques to be able to battle it up there next to Emanuel, next to Chiron. But Ismael Martinez could be that guy. I don't think Ismail's going to win the Arnold Classic. Can Ismail win the Arnold Classic? Of course he can. We just saw anything can happen. I just pulled up that example with Cory Morris and Ryan Terry. So Ismael Martinez, a very special update. I know you guys really appreciate this physique, and I can see why. I got a couple Brazilians I want to talk about this morning because they continue to give me these incredible updates. I have the Vtor Chavez, 9th in the world out of Brazil, and the posing is just getting better and better. I love how he's not perfectly straight on anymore when he's posing. He's tilted just a little bit. Here's the transition. He has to control that midsection, right? He can't let that thing distend because there's so much muscle there. I told you guys before, from his calves all the way to his neck, Vtor Chavez is a muscle hamster. There's no more muscle needed on this guy. I hope he makes the weight cap. From the back is thick, the back is dense, it's wide, has a really nice shape as well. Vtor, guys, genetically just has a lot of muscle in his core, a lot of muscle in the center of his body. So I like how he pulls up on his abs to make his midsection look a little bit longer, giving him a better shape. And then the lat flares from the front. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? Just like Ismael Martinez, Vtor is a guy who I think isn't going to win because I have Chiron or I have Emanuel or I have Cory or even possibly Diogo, right? It just especially based off how they've been placing and how they've been looking. But Vtor, just like Ismail, is a guy that could maybe possibly look to see him slip in there in that 2 or 3 spot. Another update from a Brazilian monster. Literally a Brazilian monster, Emanuel Costa. You're not going to hear too many people talk about this guy other than me, and I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Are you kidding me? Look at this guy's shape. The entire physique goes nuts. At first glance, when I'm looking at Emanuel Costa, he looks massive. This looks like a very large, a very muscular men's physique pro coming out of Brazil. Hell, I feel like every men's physique pro these days coming out of Brazil just has this extra density with this muscle, man. The striations are going crazy, both in the obliques, in the shoulders, in the chest. It has a really nice way of posing. I like how he poses. I like how he kind of hides that waist a little bit and shows off the width throughout the shoulders. Very wide clavically. Is that a word? I don't know. It's early in the morning. All I'm saying is Emanuel Costa is about 2 weeks out, and he's feeling a little disrespected. I'm telling you, this guy knows that the men's physique world isn't giving him the respect that he deserves. But it's on him, right? It's on Emanuel Costa to come into the 2024 Arnold Classic and say, hey, everyone who's disrespecting me, everyone who's not liking my shit, not paying attention to me and my physique and what I have, I'm about to show you at the 2024 Arnold Classic. We're going to have to wait and see, boys. You are officially caught up with the world of men's physique. Thank you for tuning in to the #1 men's physique community in the entire world, man. I love you guys so much. Thank you. What do you guys think of the video? What do you guys think of these 3 guys? Cory Morris finally showing himself. What's up, Cory? Finally, dog. Let's go, bro. We got less than 2 weeks and he finally made an appearance. That's what I'm talking about. Ismael Martinez, the pride of Mexico. Aesthetics go crazy. Can he fix his posing? Can he nail his peak? Can he actually get top 3? Is the hype going to be real? Vtor Chavez, Emanuel Costa, the Brazilian muscle hamster monsters. Jesus Christ. Guys, I love you to death, man. If you guys are interested in any Huge products, dude, Huge came out with something that I love. The pump serum. I talk about it all the time, guys. You're working out later in the evening. You typically don't want a pre-workout that's going to stimulate the fuck out of you. Usually you want to save that for workouts probably 1 p.m. and earlier, but you're trying to get a good night's sleep. You know, you want to go to bed early. You want to wake up early, feel refreshed. You don't want to be taking a crazy stimulant pump formula. Huge's pump serum is stimulant free, so you get all the benefits of a normal pre-workout minus the jittery craziness stimulant shit. Pump serum by Huge, it's a must in your supplement arsenal. If you guys are interested in coaching, man, you guys can hit me up on Instagram. Send me a message over there. I'll see that. I'll respond over there. But I just want to say, everyone have an incredible week. It's the start of the week. It's never too late to start on your goals. Get them going, guys. I love you so much. Whew. I'll probably see you Thursday, man. We're so close to Arnold Classic. I can't wait. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.